What is up, y'all? We are back with another episode of Pushing Buttons. This is episode 48. Yeah, 48.
I forgot for a second too.
Yeah. This is episode 48. I am one half of the Bromance B. And to my left, I have the very popular co-hostesses that everybody so much loves more than me.
That's not true.
Yeah. To my left, I have the very popular, melanin glowing, microphone toting, skin glowing, the second most beautiful man on planet Earth right after my pappy, Keith.
What's going on?
What's up, Keith?
How you doing?
Oh.
And then over there.
All the way down this lovely couch.
Yeah, we don't have a couch no more, so.
No.
Over there by the wall, by the records, by the poster. We have the very popular, very Instagrammable, Miss IG her damn self, Claudia.
What's going on?
Yeah, and that's it. Pushing Buttons crew. That's all of us. Oh, and me. Yeah. But I said me already. I said that me at the beginning. I always say me at the beginning. Mine is less exciting than everybody's. That's why. I'm just B, one half of the bromance. That's it. There's nothing else.
You're right.
Yeah.
This is audio guy.
It's just me. That's it. That's it. I don't have a long thing. I'm gonna change it up though. I'm gonna change you guys' thing at some point. I'm gonna get a new one. Say a new one to throw people off.
Okay.
We can't be predictable. But before we go around the room and see how everybody is doing, I do want to say that we are on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and we are on Anchor for your ass. We're on YouTube, so go subscribe. Keith would greatly appreciate it, even though his internal feelings won't tell you.
Oh, because they're bottled up?
Yeah. They're bottled up.
Sure.
They're bottled up like those fireworks in California. That's horrible. But yeah, so we're going to go around the room and see how everybody is doing, and we will start off with Keith. Keith, how you be?
I'm all right. Just, no, it's a long week, but I'm okay. I'm pretty happy I got to see my sister last night, but I'm fine.
Which sister?
Kanisha.
Oh, we got to beep that out. She wouldn't mind, would she?
I'll ask her.
All right. Oh,
but
Jesus, fuck. All right, never mind. I'll leave it out.
No.
I don't got time for responses, Keith. It's either yes or no.
Well, just bleep it out.
All right, I'll beep it out.
Oh, yeah, but other than that, it's fine.
You're good?
Okay.
You're good? All right. I'm glad you're doing well. Claudia, how you be?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Just been a busy week, but excited. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
3-day weekend. So
4-day
nice.
for me.
It's not a weekend for me. I work the same.
Oh,
no
I'm
matter
sorry,
what.
Keith, but my happiness is that it's a 3-day weekend.
Clarified it for
I don't
you real
get 3-day
quick.
weekends anymore.
Real quick for you, Keith.
I know.
I'll enjoy
Excuse me. I had a 4-day weekend, so
Look,
it. Oh,
this
must
guy.
be nice. Did you have off today?
yeah.
Nice.
So off today, off Monday.
Lucky guys.
Unbelievable. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm not used to having this many days off. Like I'm not.
Nice.
Like for long weekends, I feel like I want to like start doing like extra shit that I don't normally do just to do it.
Just to do something.
Yeah. I have ideas, I can't wait. I have ideas. Started with what I was sending you last week about the microphones. I was like, damn, I'm starting like the creativity juices are starting to flow.
Oh, since you're not. I think when people don't have like work to do, I think they get really bored.
That's me.
Yeah.
Like when you don't work, you just get really bored.
I agree.
Yeah, like I get like my head's all fucked up, so I need to be doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to be thinking of something. But I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're doing well. Myself, I'm doing good. A little fucked up yesterday, like mentally, but we're back here. Like it was a little hiccup. Now we're we're back on solid ground. And then, like I said, I was thinking of ideas and creative juices start to flow. So I want to do some things. I'm excited to do some things different. Specifically with this and with something else I want to do. So we're going to get the ball rolling. I know we've been saying that a lot, but I'm going to do it. I feel like we've been saying that forever.
I know.
But the times has not been great.
No. Yeah. It's just difficult, but I'm going to find the time to do it.
Something's coming.
Yeah. Something's going to come. But yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah. So let's get into the shit. We've got some cool little topics for y'all. See, this is my issue with doing it. If we were to do like seasons for this shit, like you can't do like live real time shit. You know what I'm saying? Like real time shit. Like we would be doing things that would be old, and that's the problem. I like the idea that we're present.
Yeah.
Like we won't be able to talk about, like, sure, most of the stuff we talk about could be
Talk about anything.
Yeah, but like when we do want to talk about things that go on today, right now, we can't, So I don't know. Just
like you want to talk about Tupac and Will Smith fight.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
All right, Keith. So we are gonna start off with a little tidbit of my own. I have a little story to tell y'all. Remember we were talking restaurant experiences last week. I had another bad one, and I wanted to ask you guys what you guys would do, because I've done this before. So I went to B-Dubs. Shout out B-Dubs. I like them for the most part. I don't know too many other wing places, so Wingstop's it is,
Buffalo Joe's is better than Wingstop. I mean Buffalo.
You're right.
B-Dubs.
Yeah, Buffalo Joe's is better. You like Buffalo Joe's? Have you had Buffalo Joe's?
I
Buffalo Joe's is good. It's in Evanston. They're good. But I went to B-Dubs. We sat down. So, okay, my concern with B-Dubs lately is I've been going and we haven't been able to get a table or somewhere to sit. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. And so they're like, hour and a half wait. Fuck you guys, right? Like, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting an hour and a half for some fucking chicken wings. So that was our concern, right? So yesterday I finally went. We're like, all right, we're probably going to we're expecting that the worst is we're going to wait. We're like, fine, we're going to wait this time. Show up, give the guy our name. We head back out, wait for the little text message to come through. And they're like, your shit's ready, like 5 minutes. They're like, your shit's ready. I had just sat back in the car. They're like, come on in. Your table's ready, right? Keep in mind, I asked for a booth. They gave me a fucking table, right? So I get there, we get seated, whatever, la, la, la. We order our food. We didn't order much. Like, we're simple fucking people, Fucking waters, chicken wings, some fries. That's it. Didn't think it was that big of a deal. Why did we wait 40 fucking minutes for our food to show up?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, too. Something I've learned about B-Dubs, never go to fucking B-Dubs on a Thursday.
Wow.
The reason why is because they have that boneless special, which is like what you order 6 and then you get 6 more on top of that. So it's a total
like
of
a buy
12.
one, get one, right?
Yeah. Buy one, get one free. And for some reason, it's so busy in the kitchen those days. Because yesterday, my girlfriend and I actually had B-Dubs as well. And I went out to her because right where she works in that boulevard, there's like a B-Dubs. And we ended up eating it in the car. We popped her trunk and we just had like little bit, because we were like, no way, we're waiting. And I called before heading out there because I knew the wait was going to be long, and it took 45 minutes.
See? So it wasn't done when you got there?
No, it was done. It was done.
Oh, yeah. So that's not my fucking problem, right? Fuck it. They were busy. Guy made up some bullshit excuse that there was 3 cooks in the kitchen.
That's
bullshit. Whatever. I don't believe it. I've worked in the field long enough to know that you just make shit up for people to shut the fuck up, and you look good still, right? Like a good person, a good waiter or somebody who's a good employee comes up with some good shit, right? To lie to you, like that's me, Like I just make shit up, push it out of my ass. That's not my problem though, right? My problem comes, I wanted to get up and leave. I'm the type of person that if I show up to a restaurant and you're not giving me the fucking customer service at all, I'm getting the fuck out. Like, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna walk out. Like, I've done that before. I sat at a restaurant before, didn't get acknowledged for like 10, 15 minutes.
And just walked out.
And I just got up and left. Like, that's just what I do. I didn't do it yesterday because the last time I did it, I got in trouble for it. My significant other was like, "You're an asshole. Why would you get up? Why don't you just ask somebody?" I was like, "I don't need to ask the customer service person to come give me service. Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand."
But they weren't low on service though, right?
Huh?
But they weren't low on service, was they?
I don't care. Like, I don't care what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't care, right? Like, if
You open
it's
for business?
like, or even if like you're gonna come up to me and tell me it's fucking busy. My bad. You can get up and go if you want. Simple as that, right? Like, you don't even have to tell me, like.
But they're not gonna tell you that.
Obviously, right? But I wanted to get up and go. She didn't want to get up and go because I was over it. And then when the shit showed up, it was fucking dry. I was mad as fuck.
So it wasn't the greatest when it actually did show up.
Once it showed up, it wasn't even fucking great. Like, the shit was dry. There was no sauce. You know when you get the shitty wings with the shitty sauce on them, you know?
Damn.
This fucking just exposed chicken. I shouldn't see exposed chicken. You know what I'm saying?
I hate that.
Right? I shouldn't see exposed. Like, it should be sauce on the chicken.
Yeah,
all on the chicken. All around the chicken. It should be covered. You put it in a batter. How the fuck is it not covered in sauce?
Tossed it once, tossed it twice, and it's over.
Probably just one time.
Like, what are you doing? So, have you guys ever walked out of restaurants and said, "Fuck this shit, I'm leaving," and got up and left? Even after ordering, because we ordered. I've left and ordered and left.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Not that I know of.
You've never done that?
I don't recall. No.
No.
If I may have, but
Would you do
I
it?
probably wouldn't. I probably wasn't by myself. Somebody else probably.
Would you do it?
By myself?
Would you order and then like they're taking to an eternity and a half to get your food? Are you getting up and leaving?
I don't think
I
so.
am.
Probably not.
No,
to be
I wouldn't.
honest.
I wouldn't.
Why not?
would
Why
have
not?
to-
Why not?
I don't know, man.
I wait all this time.
Right. That's what I think. I'm like, I'm hungry.
I waited all this
When it
time.
comes out, then go to another restaurant. I have to wait.
There is other restaurants though you could go to. That's like my point. Like, you can go to another
I guess
restaurant.
it's just my level of laziness. That's what it is.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to find another place to eat at.
Exactly.
We already-
Oh, okay. No, see, I'm not me. No, there's other places to eat, motherfucker. Like, you are not the only place I'm not gonna give you that much power.
I had a different experience though. We did go to a restaurant and they said that they didn't have enough service to sit us.
They didn't have what?
Enough service to sit us. Like if you didn't have a reservation, you couldn't go to the restaurant.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I can see that.
You can see
I'd rather
that.
have that than be seated
Yeah.
and then have to wait.
Yeah. I appreciate the bullshit, and that's my thing. I appreciate the bullshit up front, right? Give me the shit. I know you're not supposed to, but give it to me. Simple. I'm not trying to wait.
Yeah, but they're not gonna tell you like.
I know it's a business move, but still, tell me. Like, I mean, it's not coming out of your pocket.
No, it's not.
Well, maybe.
You didn't. So you just got up and left. You didn't pay for anything. No tip. No nothing.
No.
Did the
I didn't
server
get
come back and
anything.
I mean,
say-
the food wasn't there.
Yeah, I didn't get anything.
The server came back and said it's coming out shortly, and
No.
they didn't come back.
No, they never came back.
It was a bad server too.
Yeah. I left and got
Yeah,
up and left.
because
Like, I should not be sitting there waiting. Like, the only interaction I had was to be seated.
But they could put a server in the bad spot. What if the cooks are just taking too long in the server?
And that's what the guy was saying yesterday, right?
Like,
He was
I'm
saying
in
that
the
the
back
cooks.
spot. I want to
And I
get the
saw
food
him
too.
running back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I saw him putting in the marathon for it. Like, it
Yeah.
was cool. But, yeah.
you still got a right to be mad at the server and the whole.
Yeah, I
establishment.
still have a right to be mad at whoever the fuck is making me wait this long for some chicken wings. Not only that, I was watching everybody else get their chicken wings. Like, you're doing me fucking bogus, you know what I'm
And I
saying?
mean, there are some servers who do come around to your table and it's like, oh, it's taking a sec. Like, I've had instances where it's been like that. It's taking, be out in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it took me just there.
And they lie because it's not out in 10 minutes. And then they come back 10 minutes. It'll be out in 5.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, it's been like 30 minutes.
Yeah, you said that already. That's how our server was yesterday, right? He saw me fucking staring a hole into the side of his fucking brain. And he was like, let me go over there before they say some shit. Because I was getting ready to be like, yo, any motherfucker that passes by me, I'm going to grab. I'm going to grab. And you're going to tell me where my food is, motherfucker.
Don't care if they're cleaning up the tables. and the
Yeah.
dishwasher.
But I don't give a fuck.
you get a
Somebody's
discount?
gonna tell me. No.
Oh my god! And he didn't give you the. See.
But look at this. Look at the niceness. I mean, I still tipped.
You still tip?
And I tipped above the 20%.
Do you normally tip
Wow.
20% or more than 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I normally either tip the 20% or above.
Or above, yeah.
Typically. I try to at least. Not all the time. Sometimes I take that forcefully. So that happened to us at Outback. We went out to eat as a group, as a family. I think it was Father's Day. And yeah, we all went to eat. It was included in the bill. And we didn't read that, obviously. And then we
It's
tipped
automatically.
him. And then we tipped him again.
Tip 'em again 'cause
And then he was like,
automatically
yo,
included.
like, do you really want to give me this shit? And we're like, I seen your hand already. Like,
Like,
what I
I'll
gotta
give it
ask-
back.
yeah, like, once it's in your hand, you
Right,
know, it's a
right,
different story if I just, grab it from the table. But, but it's already in your hands. I'm not going to be like, yeah, give me that shit. So, yeah, that was my experience at B-Dubs. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Damn.
I just wanted to get out.
That's messed up. Yeah.
And then I asked for extra sauce.
And they
And I was like, please don't take 30 minutes to get it to me.
Was it the traditional?
Yeah, no, boneless. The chicken nuggets. I
Boneless
don't
is
I don't
easier.
prefer chicken nuggets, but
who you were with did.
yeah. I don't like chicken nuggets, but
I prefer
my-
bone-in, too.
Yeah, I prefer bone-in.
I do bone-in,
I'm
yeah.
a sucker for bone-in. I really want to go back to Buffalo Joe's.
I was gonna go last night, but they changed their hours.
They got a lot of like the shit right now is weird. You saw that Wingstop selling thighs.
I saw that. I thought that was very odd.
Thighs.
Yeah, thigh stop.
Really?
Thigh
Yeah,
stop.
thigh stop.
What?
Because there's a shortage on chicken wings.
It's a shortage.
That's why they did it. Yeah.
Damn. Like,
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe the chicken I got last night wasn't chicken,
you never know.
right? Maybe it was.
It probably wasn't.
Maybe it was thigh
Just
in a ball.
Oh, that's messed up.
I was like, "Yeah, that shit.
But you can tell well because
Would you be able to tell?
white meat though. Thigh is dark meat.
Can you tell in a chicken wing?
Can you tell? Some maybe.
In a boneless
boneless?
chicken wing,
Maybe. Not really, but you can.
you wouldn't be
Yeah,
able
no,
to keep.
like-
Yeah, you're not gonna bust that. You.
examine it.
It's a one bite goner
Damn. One.
or two at the most, depending on how big the fucking piece is.
Yeah.
It's B-Dubs. Let's remember that. Overpriced chicken wings.
For real.
They are.
They are. They really are.
Yeah.
So why'd you go? Because you wanted it.
I like B-Dubs. As overpriced as they are, I like them. And then doesn't like. Oops. She doesn't like. She doesn't like Buffalo Joe's.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't like traditional wings. So
You know, yeah, my girlfriend's the same.
yeah, I don't like. I
I'm like, but they're more. There's something about it that's more flavorful than
it is.
just a chicken nugget.
There's something animalistic about it too. But I just like the way it tastes.
Yeah.
And I like different sauces, and I usually can't get different sauces. How do you guys do that? They usually get individual shit instead. We usually get like a big thing.
No, I just get
Individuals?
Yeah, individual.
Depends on who I'm with.
Yeah.
No, I love getting like all types of different. Like I went with Eddie to get chicken wings not too long ago, and we just got the same thing because he likes. I know what he likes, and I don't mind it.
See, yes, I'm with you.
But I would rather get like other flavored.
Right.
Oh, you would rather see? I'm just.
Yeah. You just the one flavor.
Well, I can
You
do
what flavors you like?
I can do a couple flavors, but
I do.
Claudia?
So I go from the original buffalo to the what is this one? The Asian zing.
Ooh.
I love the
That's a good one.
I'm thinking of all this. Honestly, I've been
Mango
everywhere.
habanero?
Yes.
Oh.
Which one? The lemon pepper one or lemon something?
Oh yeah,
Lemon
yeah,
pepper.
yeah.
Lemon pepper. That
Spicy
one
garlic
is,
one?
Spicy garlic is so good.
Oh man.
Garlic parmesan. I like everything.
Yeah, they're all good.
I don't mind.
See, that's the thing about that, right? You get different
Yeah.
flavors
Yeah.
as opposed to just one.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like at Buffalo Joe's, it's like suicide or fucking spicy or mild, right?
yeah, I don't do anything.
And
else.
suicide is just fucking jalapenos.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, it isn't a variety.
No.
I mean, they sell like barbecue and stuff, but no one.
I like honey
Oh yeah,
barbecue.
barbecue. That's it, right?
Yeah, barbecue is pretty decent.
So is barbecue and this sounds probably dumb, but is barbecue and honey barbecue? What's the difference? Because a
It's
lot
sweeter.
of
One's
times.
sweeter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Honey barbecue is like
To
a
me, it's
sweet.
like they taste the same sometimes.
Really?
No, it's a
Sometimes.
spicy barbecue that you can get. This is barbecue sauce that's spicy.
Mm-hmm. Look at us.
I like the
talking
spicy.
chicken
I
wings.
like the spicy more than the sweet. I don't really do the honey too much.
Yo, beat up, sponsor us, bro. We're doing a whole fucking episode on you today. Whatever, man. Let's move the fuck on. Fucking terrible experience. I don't even want to go back for a while. That's how bad it was.
You hold a grudge against a
Damn.
restaurant?
It's not a grudge. It's just
He was hurt.
It's PTSD. It's PTSD more than a grudge. You know, it's like I was here and they fucked me. You know,
That'll make me not go back though.
right?
To that specific one.
But I didn't think it could get any worse. I went to one on Clybourne that was horrible.
Which one did you go
Fuck
to?
you guys.
The one on Tui?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I went to the one on Clybourne before. That was the worst one. I didn't think it could get any worse than that. But yesterday took the cake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, all right, enough chicken wing talk. Let's get into the real shit. We have some cool little topics to talk about today. We had this fucking girl, right?
Yeah.
She talked to our
Yeah,
lady, old Latinx,
Latina
Latinx,
woman.
Dominican
Yeah.
person, speaking about toxicity with men and where it comes from.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Keith?
I
Did you
saw-
see the video?
I saw it today.
What'd you think?
I thought it's true. I thought it didn't just necessarily pertain to like Latina men. I think it's
A lot of men.
no, I'm not Latina women, mothers, probably black mothers too. But not necessarily
So,
mine.
wait, let's explain the video.
Yeah, let's explain the video. Yeah. So go ahead, Claudia, break it down for us.
So-
Claudia's gonna take lead today.
Okay, so essentially what the video was, it was this Latina woman talking about how Latino men tend to be toxic and where they're learning that behavior from, which is usually from their mothers, because their mothers are just covering for them a lot of the time. And the reason why is because these mothers may be also in toxic relationships with their husbands, and it's not relationships that truly show a balance. And so then with the love they have for their son, that's everything they're putting into it. And then since their sons are kind of giving it back in a sense, which their husbands might not be, then that's where all that, like, I have to protect my son at all costs comes from. And a lot of times it's also a way of preventing these sons growing up to do their own thing and to be accountable for their actions, whether right or wrong, doing things for them often, such as like, I don't know,
Laundry.
laundry, cooking for them, picking up
Cleaning.
after them, even when they're like 20 something and you're like, bro, you could do this yourself. So that's essentially what she was talking about in the video. And also that there's still a healing process that needs to happen with Latino men that doesn't always happen.
I can see that.
I don't know. I don't agree with the
You don't
video.
you don't agree with what she said?
Mm-mm.
What do you think?
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
I think her perception of Latino, in particular to Latino men, it's her perspective of it, right? It's her encounters, it's her experiences, right? And so I think it's a bold statement, right? It's a bold statement to say that Latino men are toxic because of the way they're treated by their mothers, right? So that's what I'm getting out of it, right? Is the mom is
Overly
attributing
protective.
and overly protecting and basically
Not letting them grow up.
babying the man. And then when they get into a relationship with a woman, they expect the same things from the woman
And
Right.
in that
That's not
relationship,
that's
right?
not realistic.
I think that there's a bigger problem than that, though, and it doesn't necessarily. It's not only for Latino men. I think that this is a wider spectrum of issues, right? Where there's just women in general, right? And
Oh, you think
men
as women in general?
I think that there's a lot of. I think as a society, we enable men in general to do things and act a certain way, right? And so that's not strictly just Latino men. You get what I'm saying? And so she made that statement for a Latino man because she's probably dating one or was in a relationship with one. And sure, you can call them out, right? You can call. I'm not against it, right? Like, call them out, right? It is to a certain extent true, but there's a bigger thing going on, right? There's a bigger as a society we're enabling men to do these things, right? And that won't change until we change the way we view men, and that's how men are. You get what I'm saying? That'll be like we don't. I'm interested to see how it works the other way around, right? Because I'm a big fan of that, right? I'm a big fan of seeing how, okay, you're bringing me something and it's applying to men. Well, I want to see how it's applied to women. So how would that apply to women? There's no toxic women?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And so where does that
is.
toxicity come from?
Oh, yeah. See, I get what you're saying.
Is
Does
it
it
the
come from the
same? Is it
mother
the
again?
same thing?
And again, it goes back to the mother. I think, but here's the thing that you're missing. She didn't go, because she explained this at the beginning of the video. She's like, I'm not bashing Latino men.
But I'm bashing Latino men.
I'm explaining the behavior of the mothers. So she did say that. She did separate those two things. In the beginning of the video, she did explain
She's
that.
like, I'm not bashing.
She's
Right,
like,
but
I'm
but
not
I'm
bashing Latino men. She's like, I'm explaining the behavior that mothers are having that is affecting Latino men.
Right, but it was still in particular. You get what I'm saying? That's like when somebody's about to shit on you and they tell you, I don't mean to shit on you, but I'm about to shit on you. Like, that's exactly what happened there, right? Is that she might have meant the broader spectrum of things, right?
I see what you're saying.
But-
She didn't mean to do it in that way, but it kind of came off.
Right, but that's what you were doing. The whole conversation revolved around somebody that you were dealing with that was probably Latino, right? And so again, that boils to me that all that toxicity stuff of men not being able to grow up or men not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and expecting things from a woman, that comes as a societal thing. Like that's just society in general.
But then it also comes, to be honest, and again, it's like, where does that come from when it comes? Because women a lot of times also put themselves in that position of, I need to take care of this man. No, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not here to take care of you. However, where does that come from? The household where you grew up in. You don't get those ideas from out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a mom who's telling you, you're supposed to do this. This is what you do for a husband. And, she's seeing it. She's seeing how...
Even if she don't necessarily say it.
Right, exactly. Like, not saying it, not repeating, but it's something that she's seeing, then that's it's a learned behavior. And the same thing could go for a guy. You don't necessarily have to tell him, like, hey, your wife is supposed to take care of you, even though I've heard it. I've heard it in plenty of conversations. And I'm like, no, he's supposed to take care of his motherfucking self. And then they can take care of each other together. But I've heard it. And then even just unknowingly, they're doing these things. And it's like, your son is seeing that behavior as well. Where the father is, they're doing the same thing that your son is doing and you're okay with it. And you're making it okay. You're not setting boundaries. So I see what you're saying, that it's like a whole spectrum to it. It's definitely a whole spectrum.
Yeah, it's not the one, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I think that could have been word. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say, right? People need you need to be held accountable. I'm big on saying, you said something, now you got to live with what you said. You get what I'm saying? So what you said was directed towards Latino men. Don't backtrack. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Double down on it, if anything, right? It's still, to me, it's a societal thing. And I have seen it, right? I have seen the idea that the man's supposed to be this and the woman's supposed to be that, but that's all across the board. And I've seen it everywhere.
But in some cultures, do you see that more than in others? Because there's this idea that in white culture, that isn't seen as much.
I think it's still seen.
Do you think it's seen more than in people of color? Or about the same?
It depends. That mentality comes from somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So that mentality comes from somewhere. So it could be a generational thing. Right? It could be a generational. It could be a generational thing, because when you look at the spectrum of things and the way, if you look at the overall society and how we've acted throughout the years, white people were doing the same thing. Right? The man did the work, the woman was in the house. Yeah. She was doing all the things in the house, and then the man was outside doing the farm work. That's how.
Yeah, that's the groundwork.
You get what I'm saying? So that's where it comes from. So to say that it's one more than the other,
Right, but I'm saying currently.
I think it's changing for everybody across the board. I think it's changing across the board for everybody. I think this, like, starting with our generation and on, I think it began to shift. It started with us kind of shifting it, and then the generation after this kind of moved it more towards it being half and half. But I still don't think people want that. I still don't believe that women don't expect nothing from the man, and I still don't believe that. Like, people still have those traditional views, is what I'm trying to say.
So you think those traditional views will never go away?
No.
And I think one of the reasons is culture, and another part of the reason is also religion.
That's probably the biggest one, right?
And I think those are the two biggest ones.
It's not going anywhere. And as much as we like try to mask it and disguise it,
Right.
I don't think people want that.
Mm-hmm.
You think people want an order?
I think deep down, people I know women that still would want to be taken care of
rather than
having them take care or evenly split and shit. Even evenly meeting halfway.
Yeah.
I feel like we often lie to ourselves.
But don't we see that people more on social media think that women are like equal or they want equal? But
they don't though.
But they don't.
Not all women.
But they say it though.
They do say it, but they don't. And that's what I'm saying. Like, those traditional views are never lost. The want just becomes more.
Oh, it's just the want that becomes more, but in actuality, that's not what's.
You know, like you want more. You want to be like, yes, we should be true. Like, that's the problem I have, right? Is that people would be like, oh, let's be equal to a man. Fantastic. Let's be equal to a man. Then certain things in a different aspect of their life, they're like, okay, no, let's not be as equal to men.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's the struggle, right? We've talked about that. We've the struggle of
You
trying
can't pick and choose what you want.
You know, like it shouldn't be that way. You know, and the way I live my life is way different than everybody else's, and I still think that I'm looked at weird in my relationship for it. You know, it's those are just views that you grew up with, and those are the views that people have, right? That you're supposed to be taken care of, you know. But I think in my relationship, we've both made it clear that it should be split. It should be half and half. It should be, we're working as a unit. We're not working as one, you know, one doing more than the other.
And you know, I'm glad you said that, because for some reason, especially in like heterosexual couples, I see that where like it's expected for the men to pay. And me being in a same-sex relationships, I've had people ask, well, usually like who pays? I don't know. Most of the time, honestly, it's half and half. And if she feels like saying, yo, I got you, she got me. If I feel like saying, yo, I got you, I got you.
Yep.
I don't, you know, like I don't expect shit. Like I don't care, you know? And the day that we move in together, it's going to be 50-50.
Yeah.
It's going to be 50-50.
That's how I feel too.
Because that's how I grew up, right? Like my parents, 50-50. If my dad is able to do a little bit more, you know what? I got the bill this month. You know what? I got this month. But when it's struggling, it's still 50-50. But that's how I grew up. Now, not everyone has grown up like that. And you could see that those things affect people. And then this young lady that did this video, that's where she
was at.
Where she was at, where she's experienced it. And unfortunately, she's had bad experiences with men. And not all Latino men are like that. But unfortunately, the men she has encountered are.
And that's what I'm saying. But we can't hold... See, this is the confusion I have with the trauma of folks, right? Where we expect to be able to understand. Cool, I understand where you're coming from. I understand your trauma. I feel your pain. Maybe, right? Because I wouldn't ever really know, you know? But it seems like now there's no attempt in trying to fix it. There's no attempt, like we're supposed to understand you and that's it. There's no attempt in trying to.
We're supposed to understand the culture and
no, like her, like what she's going, like the trauma somebody's going through, right?
That's not,
and so, and then you're supposed to, and we're supposed to not do anything else.
Like
to me, it should be okay, you went through your trauma. You fucked up that you went through it. That sucks. It's horrible. Get it, right? Let's make it better. Let's not view everybody that way. Let's not, you know what I'm saying? But now we're in a moment where the moment somebody tells you their traumas, we're just supposed to cater around that. And there's no solution. There's no, like, the person's just left in that trauma is what it feels like. You know, you don't do anything to fix it. You don't do anything to, you get what I'm saying? Like, it goes back to a lot of things that we do with racism and race and just, you know, I'm not going to hate every black person because one black person treated me badly. It goes for that, right? And so I think some people might struggle with the idea of trying to not do that, right? And so people still do it. And so that's, I think, where we're at. And it kind of sucks in a way because there's no solution for it.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't know if you're going to get one, though.
You know, there's no.
And that's the thing. A lot of people, and like, not people, but women that I've spoken to, like grown ass women who've had a whole life behind them and now, you know, are married with kids, have said, you know what, the reason why I honestly didn't end up with a black man or with a Latino man is because they were too toxic or they were too jealous. And I'm like, I understand that those were the men you encountered, but not all of them are like
right.
that. And maybe sometimes it's harder to find the ones that are not like that, but you can't just say they're all like
right.
that.
Yeah.
Because reality is that it's not. And there's a reason why they're like that. Maybe try and find the reason. But a lot of times as women, and I understand, or even as men, sometimes you want to find somebody and you're like, you know what? I really don't want to put the work into like healing along with you. And I respect that. You don't have to heal anybody. Like, that's not your job. But people tend to just be like, everyone, you know, rather than being like, you know what, maybe let me give it a chance. And genuinely, if I can't anymore because it's truly hurting me, I'm done.
Yeah.
And people don't do that. People just don't do that.
Yeah, they don't. There's no attempt, is what I'm saying. We're going backwards to me. Like, we're going backwards in society. It's the coddling effect all over again, right? You're coddling somebody. There's no experience. There's nothing. Like, there's nothing backing up what you're saying.
Right.
You know? It's like one person does it, off with those people. No longer. Fuck that shit. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And that's how it is. That's the culture we're living in.
Yeah.
Where it's one bad thing, never doing it again.
I agree.
What do we do when we try some food? We're trying food and we don't like it. You don't shut all food out. You try some other shit, right? And so that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
but that's not what
you know. Going. It's not. Yeah. Like, you don't try one vegetable and then be like, fuck all vegetables because I didn't like that one vegetable.
Right.
And that's what's happening. We don't. There's no sense. It's scary, man. I'm telling you, it's scary. I don't even want to date. Like, that's scary to date.
To date now?
Like, if my relationship right now wouldn't work out, I'm not dating.
Just single.
Not dating.
You're not gonna go try again, or
Nope.
Trump out there.
It's fucked up. Keith, it's fucked up.
I've had friends of mine, like, they're currently kind of in all of that. I'm like, it's exhausting. I hear stories and I'm like, I'm exhausted. Like, I am so lucky that I have who I have and I found her and I don't have to deal with all that bullshit.
It's fucked up. It's bad out there. Like, it's so bad.
To try to meet somebody new? Oh, man.
Yeah. To meet somebody, to try to figure out what they do or don't like. Like, I was watching a show. What was I watching the other day? Oh, it's an HBO show that I'm watching. And the guy asked for permission to kiss this girl.
Asked for permission?
Yeah.
Why? Because he thought she was gonna press charges on him or something?
Because you don't know no more.
Oh my God. But then,
because now even like just kissing somebody because you like them might be considered a sexual assault. You know? And so I watched that and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why did you just ask, you loser? You know?
you call him a loser.
You know, like,
But don't in society, the woman says, I'm not going to do it first. He has to do it to me. But then we have to ask. So that's very weird.
Yeah. I encountered somebody. I know somebody in real life who said that somebody asked them for a kiss. Like asked to kiss them.
Like it just didn't happen.
Like they were on a date and he was like, yo, can I kiss you? That's weird. Totally don't want to do it after that.
I think like you know when you're able to
Yeah.
like you know if you have to ask, maybe you just shouldn't do it. Maybe you just
So that's the way you feel. If you need to ask.
Yeah, if you need to if you're not feeling it, like you're not sure, you just don't do it.
But that's where we're at. That's where we're at.
That's wild.
That you can't even kiss somebody now. I can't even pat somebody on the back no more. How crazy that sounds?
You're scared to give somebody a hug?
Yeah. You have to ask. You can't just roll up to a person and like tap their arm. Or like hug them. You can't. They'll be like, yo.
That's how it is.
You know? It's fucked up.
Does marriage have something to do with this? No?
What?
Like a man and a woman, like a married type situation?
What?
Do people look forward to marriage?
Do people look towards marriage?
For
people
what?
look forward to marriage, like
To kiss and hug?
no. To be like a man and a woman. That's how it's supposed to be. Or is that how we're getting to it?
Like that's the goal?
Yeah.
Just to quickly marry and just okay,
No.
I see what you're saying.
That's not the goal no more, is it? You don't think marriage is a high thing now in society? You think it's lower?
I don't know.
I honestly don't know. So I don't know. I don't know.
You think it's lower?
Yeah. It's lower.
You think it's not as often?
Like I don't think people feel the need to get married as much anymore.
No.
Like people don't mind just going downtown, getting
Calling it a day.
I said the birth certificate. Getting that marriage license and just,
the birth certificate, all right.
and just being like, you know what? We're married.
Fuck it, we're married.
Yeah.
Shit, at some point you're married by law, so who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people care as much.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they shouldn't. I mean,
It's scary.
As long as both people are on the same page. I think it'd be an issue if like someone really wanted to get married and the other person's like, no. And that'd be like shit, you know? But if you're somewhere in the middle, I don't know.
Strange
Just
times,
live
man.
life.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I wouldn't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Okay, wait. Because Keith actually asked something before
what I ask? I forget.
before this whole thing started, and it goes back to the video. So the girl mentioned that, you know, the mom might know that homeboy is out here bringing his new joint around, even though he's with her. So the mom knows that he's dating this girl he's been with for a while, and he's bringing the girl that he's cheating on her with around. So you guys as parents, let's say you guys are parents, what would you guys do in that situation? Just as fathers.
I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. Like, do we know that? Like, what is the scenario? Do we know that they're boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, you know, he's been with this girl for a while. Like, it's a committed relationship. You know, they're together.
I say something.
You say something to him?
To him or to the girl?
To him.
To him. Okay.
What would you say?
What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Like, is this what you're doing?
What if we say, yeah?
More power to you. I'm out.
Oh, you would. So then would you say something to the girl?
No. It's not my place.
But would you say, since this is your house, right? Like me, for instance, like you said, I pull my son or daughter, I don't know, whatever it is, aside and be like, yo, what's going on? And then when, they might bullshit me.
They will,
which
most
they
likely.
most likely will, or they might not. I don't know how that dynamic is going to be. But for me personally, I'd probably just be like, if you want to have a side, by all means, just don't bring her to my house. Like, this ain't a hotel. That's what I would say.
Oh, okay.
Just don't bring her here.
I'm not getting involved. We don't know the other spectrum. Again, I'm big on that. We need to know what's going on the other side.
But half the time
we can't
we don't
assume,
know. Half the time
we
we don't
can't
know the
assume
other
that
side.
one person's doing all the damage. What if it's fucked up? What if the relationship's fucked up?
And that's fine.
What if they just broke up and you just don't know yet?
No, but what we're talking about is that this person is still like, he's introducing her as the girlfriend. It's not a like, well, we don't know situation. No, it's a we know situation.
We know you're in this relationship and you're bringing somebody else around. Like this
Again, we don't know the dynamic in the relationship.
But half the time you're never gonna.
You're
know
never
that.
gonna.
You're never gonna.
So then
know
why
that.
are we making assumptions about what's going on?
Because, for instance, you could see people looking hella happy.
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening behind closed doors, but I'm saying like that's behind their closed doors, but they're coming to your house pulling all of this shit.
Again, I don't know what's going on.
So then you wouldn't mind if he just or she brings different people.
Whatever you're doing, just fucking keep me the hell out of it.
So you would just want to distance yourself away from
It doesn't. What's going on? You don't want to tell me? Cool. Like what? What are you supposed to do? You don't know what's going on. You just know that that's his girlfriend. Whatever. They're together. They're happy. Blah blah blah. You don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I know you bringing her home. Like, this is my official girlfriend.
What if
You're
there's some
bringing
freaky
somebody
ass
else?
shit that he's like doing some fucking polyamorous bullshit going on in this motherfucker? You know what then? What you gonna do? You gonna look
explain it
crazy
to
as
me.
fuck?
Explain it to me.
I ain't got to. My love life.
It's my household.
Oh, okay. Well, you're one of those.
I'm one of those.
You one of those is my house. Then
It's
get your
my
house.
household.
Unless I can't sleep or some other shit's going on that's involving me, I'm not getting involved.
No.
You know, I'm just not.
And you're not asking questions.
I'm asking what the fuck's going on.
And that's it.
And that's it.
That's
You don't
it.
care about the rest.
You don't care about the answer to
Bring
that.
random people
Why
up
would
to
you
my
ask
house.
that question if you don't care about that answer?
What's going on? That's what I'm saying. What's going on? That's it. If you get they're gonna bullshit you, like you said. Mm-hmm. What now? What have you accomplished? You're just gonna be like, don't bring nobody. Like, you don't know what's going on. Is my thing. We don't know. We don't know. Somebody farted. No, we don't. Sound like when you hold your fart in and it explodes. That was bad firework.
I
Yeah,
know.
these
It
fireworks.
is that.
But yeah, I don't know, man. That's just fucking weird.
How about you, Keith? Because you haven't answered.
Would I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Again, I don't want to deal with the situation. Maybe I would. But again, I'm not getting anything. I see what B's saying. If I ask, what am I getting
You
after
might not
that?
get anything.
You might not get anything at what you want.
That shit might trigger him to stop bringing them.
Good.
Just asking. Yeah, it didn't stop any harm. Is what I'm saying. Like, it didn't stop the girl from finding out. Like, it didn't stop like it didn't
But you
stop
stopped it
anything.
in your house, basically.
Yeah.
Whoa. That girl's gonna be really thankful you stopped it at your house. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
like,
and she
what?
might not even find out.
Right.
She doesn't
But what
have
I'm
to
saying,
find
if she
out.
did, she'd be like, "Wow, thank you for not having it in your house."
But what I'm saying is, at the same time, let's say that it's not this whole idea that you're saying, like, well, maybe it's an open relationship. But then are you covering up for your son or daughter rather than holding them accountable for their actions and being like, yo, this is shitty stuff. Like, what you doing?
Is it shitty?
Because by you, no, I'm
Is it
just saying,
shitty?
like, you're allowing it to happen. This is your household. You're allowing it to happen. So you're kind of being like, it's cool. Keep doing it.
Yeah, B.
So that's where I tried to connect it to the video, where it's like, what are people also doing as parents? Because you're supposed to kind of guide.
Now we're dabbling into something different. Like, now we're dabbling into parenting skills.
Well, I asked as parents, what would you guys do?
I'm not a parent. Clearly,
but I'm
This
just
is why.
saying. But
This is
and
why.
that could be you as a parent. That could be you as a parent.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought we're supposed to be open. I thought we're supposed to be.
Oh my God. So what if it's like a brother and
Whatever.
sister? What if your sister, you knew that she was had two guys? Would you say something to the other guy? No, this is hypothetical, obviously.
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm asking you what the fuck is going on, and that is it.
And that's it. You don't care.
That is it. What the fuck is going on? Cool.
What you do with?
We don't know. I'm sticking to my guns. We don't know. And I'm not gonna.
What I'm saying is, you're never gonna know the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
You're not.
You're never ever gonna.
So
know.
what are you doing? That's what I'm saying. It's not like she's gonna be thankful you stopped it in your own household. If the person would ever find out, what?
You just let the person find out whenever they find out. Huh?
Yeah, just let the kid do whatever.
You gotta remember, this is. It's like kind of like as siblings. You know somebody's doing something crazy, wild, probably. If you had an older brother, older sister, whatever, right? You know some wild shit's going on, or they're doing some wild ass shit. Are you gonna run off and like sabotage or do something else and not cover up for your brother and sister? Like what? Are you an enabler at that point? No, you're just sticking up for your fucking brother and sister. You're not covering. You're just fucking having your family's back. And that, in my eyes, that's my kid. I don't know this other fucking person. I don't know the girl, whatever. She's the girl he's dating. That's all I know about you. That's might not even the fucking girl you end up with for the rest of your life. What is it to me?
I don't think that means that you don't have your child's back, though.
Yeah.
Because you're not telling your child, like, yo, I'm going to tell her. Like, you're going to your... I don't think that's not having your child's back. Because, like, if my sibling is doing some crazy shit, I'm going to go up to her and be like, yo, what the fuck you doing? Doesn't mean I'm going to be like...
That's exactly what the fuck you doing.
No, I know.
What the fuck you doing?
And I'm doing this.
And it's
like, the same thing I mentioned with the other scenario with the parent. And you go up and you say, what the fuck you doing?
Right. And that's it. Right?
Not for me. Like, again, I said, like, if you're in a stable relationship with someone and you're continuously bringing this person around and you're making your whole family believe that this is the one person you're with, but then you're bringing around someone different, it's like, what's going on? Like, you could do whatever you want to do, but outside my house. I don't care. Go to her house. Hang out over there.
Maybe they can't.
That's why they come to your house.
Go to the park. Go to the park.
That's why they're in your house.
Go to the woods.
Yeah, fuck all that shit. That's why I'm not having kids. Remember that? Like, fuck that shit. Who's trying to deal with that shit? I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for dealing with a whole ass kid. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. I ain't got time to be dealing with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't your choice that they did it. You ain't just got.
That's what scares me the most about people and kids. Like, what if this person's a fucking serial killer? What if they're...
You don't want to be responsible for anything.
What if they're a mass shooter of some sort? What if they're, you know... What if they're fucking whores? Like, no, I'm not trying to deal with
You don't want to deal with
you know
no responsibility.
I'm not trying to deal with none of that shit. You know how much... That's insane. The shit I saw growing up... I'm not trying to know what the fuck is going on. I done seen too much to know to start. And then nowadays too, whew, I'm good.
So you don't want that responsibility to have a kid and be responsible.
I got my responsibilities. Oh my God, I gotta take care of me.
You got enough.
Focusing on yourself.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with me. Well, I barely handle me when I'm fucked up. You think I'm gonna be able to handle somebody else? No, you come second. Me first. It doesn't work that way. Fucking parents, full of shit. You guys are full of shit, parents. All you parents out there are full of shit. All of them. All of them.
How?
Because they act like they love their kids so goddamn much. Can't wait to get some fucking time alone, though.
Of course. I think parents nowadays actually say that. I need time away from you.
I don't know too many.
Well, my mom kept it straight.
Yeah, see?
But she didn't want...
I need
A lot of people don't.
time.
A lot of people don't.
And I think it's okay for parents to do that or they'll go fucking nuts. Parents, a lot of times, and that's the thing, people expect parents to put their kids first. No, I need to be well first so then I can take care of this fucking human.
How you going to do that?
You can't, though.
You can't, though.
What if you guys are both going through something fucked up at the same time? Who goes first?
I didn't think of that, but I definitely do think parents need a break. Like if
That's cool. Shouldn't have kids.
Well, you
there's
know what
parents
you...
who
Well,
I'm sorry.
You kind of signed up for what you.
Yeah.
No, I
What
know,
did you
and
expect?
a lot of times people don't have the support they need. Like, for example, a lot of times, thankfully, if you do have your parents with you, your parents are able to take your kids for a few hours, and you're able to have that break. That is like a mental just detox from the kids, and it does help some parents. Like, I don't see an issue with that. Now, if you don't have that support, then that
you can't be mad at the people that don't want to support you, though.
No, and that's fine.
Like,
of course.
what if I don't want to take your kid?
No,
Are you mad at me?
I want my me time. Grandma and grandpa want their me time.
And that's what I'm saying. The grandparents that are willing to take the kids, you cannot force. Those are your kids. You had kids because you wanted to. Like, I wasn't in the room telling you have that kid.
Yeah. Fuck that. Not enough time. Yeah, all are full of shit. Parents are full of shit. For sure. They're liars. I'm not going to sit here and let them lie to me. Fucking post family pictures and shit looking all happy. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. There's no way. We also wanted to talk about, what's the person's name, Keith? I'm going to look to you for this.
Shikari Richardson?
Shikari?
That's what it is. No, Shikari.
Shikari. Oops.
I think that's how you pronounce that.
All right. Well, it's the Olympic runner. If we butchered the fucking name, my apologies. But yeah, they were busted with.
She was. You said they.
Yeah. Well,
you never know these days.
All inclusive.
He's just like she.
See, you'd get in trouble.
I would. Come on.
That's the type of language that gets me in trouble.
Oh my God.
She, that's what this person chooses to identify as. She got busted for smoking marijuana, right?
Yes.
She got marijuana substance in her system. Mm-hmm. And she's not being allowed to be in the Olympics?
Yeah, the 100-meter race, the dash, the sprint, basically.
For the Olympics?
Yeah.
It's for the Olympics?
Mm-hmm. For the Olympics, yes. Okay. So it's a month to 3-month ban, something like that it could be.
Okay.
But the Olympics happen this month, so obviously she can't do it.
Where are these Olympics at?
Tokyo.
If the Olympics are in Tokyo and she was supposed to participate in Tokyo, there's a problem there.
People just see it as it's just weed. What's the
But there's rules.
Yeah.
And you know what you were going to.
Right. Why would you do that? Like, what are you doing?
It's not gonna make me faster though.
It's not. It's gonna slow everything down.
All right. So why am I in trouble? I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm telling. These are what people on the internet are literally typing,
America,
saying that what's the big issue?
Right. Because it's legal. See,
it's
that's
illegal
the thing.
in 19 plus states.
America only thinks
about
America.
itself.
Right.
That's fucking stupid.
And
It
you
is.
can't. Not,
And
it's
I don't
legal
agree.
in every
And you know, all
country.
these fucking weirds, dude, whoever the fuck. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not a fucking. This is not an educational podcast, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this anyway. Weed heads. I don't know if you guys are too fucking high or your brains are too fucking fried or there's not enough brain cells up there. No bashing. Whatever. I have a lot of friends who smoke. I have a lot of people who smoke and I know they're great people. I'm not bashing them. But we do realize that just because it's legal, quote unquote, I'm going to do that. Mm-hmm. It's legal. Doesn't mean you just get to walk around and smoke the shit whatever the fuck you want as you please.
Yeah.
Because you also got to remember that establishments and other places that you might live in, work at, whatever, they have rules too. Mm-hmm. That you are going to have to abide by, even if it's legal.
Yep.
And so this is another prime example of that. Now, like I said, we're not an educational podcast. We might have butchered her name. We might have don't even know where the fucking Olympic Games are or what Olympic run she got in trouble for.
Yeah, it's in Tokyo.
But if it's there is rules. So they have very strict rules in some of these places. I think I was just watching a show, Dave or something like that.
Oh, that show FX?
Yeah, and they were somewhere in one of those Asian countries. Mm-hmm. They got in trouble for carrying that shit. Like, you get in trouble in some of these places. It's not legal. And so why are we bashing? It sucks. Accountability. Like, if I know these things and I know the magnitude of this, whatever I'm trying to do, I'm not trying to do anything that's gonna fuck that shit up for me.
Yeah, that's weird. Why would they support her for? Shouldn't she know better than to try to do everything you can to be participating? You know,
that's important too.
That's important, and it only comes around once every 4 years.
Exactly.
Couldn't hold back 2 months.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then I don't know. She came out with some statement saying something about her mom. But then she was like, "Yeah, I know what I did."
Yeah, it's cool. Like, I'm not against it, man. Smoke it up. You know, shout out to my smokers. But
you can just kind of do it anywhere.
There's a time and place for all these things.
It is.
I get it. You know, we're happy it's legal in a lot of places. Cool. That doesn't mean it's legal everywhere. You know, is it wrong? Maybe. But that's not for us to decide. That's a whole different thing. And countries run on their own rules. Not everybody, again, lives under American rules. So that brings up a good point, though. Because they also banned another thing I was reading an article about it. Apparently, they're banning these like wet caps.
Oh, the
the black-owned wet caps
for the swimming
for the swimmers. So there's like a company who sponsors like all these like special black caps for. Caps for that are for I guess black people.
Yes, black women
because they're especially especially catered to black people, right? And then the response to the thing was the reason that it wasn't allowed is because it's not the shape of what people's heads are supposed to be.
Like you laughing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was their response. They said that it doesn't match the way a head's supposed to look. And so that's why they were not allowed.
What the fuck is a head supposed to look like?
I guess bald. I don't fucking know because that's what
I guess you can't have like a whole bunch of hair.
What the fuck?
I don't know why you would anyway. But that's not neither here or there. That's neither here or there.
It'll slow you down for sure.
I mean, you don't want to get lugged down by a bunch of hair either. But
to say I can't compete because of it,
but you never know.
I'm interested to see what they would even look like.
Yeah.
Like, are these like ridiculously stupid condom looking heads? Like, or like, what are they? Like, what do they look like? You know, I would be interested to see. Like, I would be interested to see what that looks like. There's got to be more to it. There's no way. People like to blow things out of proportion.
Yeah,
we see the headline just said black owned wet caps banned from the Olympics, I believe.
Yeah, because
and then they said that their response was, and then I read the response by the committee or whoever the fuck is in charge of that shit. And I started laughing my ass off. I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, you just
pretty bad.
They just didn't care.
Yeah, they're just like, that's not the way heads supposed to look. That's not the way heads are supposed to look. No, it's not a go.
How's a head supposed to look?
I know. Like what?
I don't know. I'm not even gonna attempt to know what.
So it's only made specifically if you have hair.
I'm assuming that that's what they're for, right? For people who,
like
or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're wrong.
Male and women and females.
Maybe we're wrong. Maybe they're just black owned caps. But I don't understand why that would prompt the committee to say what they said. So I'm gonna assume that these are specially made caps for. I'm assuming maybe people with
big hair
who have maybe like a little puff to it, or I don't even know how to say it properly.
Go ahead.
Or maybe braided hair, maybe dreads. Maybe I don't know if you're swimming with.
I
dreads,
mean, yeah.
But then
I'm gonna assume it's for like braided hair or like like a fro.
Oh, fro.
Or like a small fro, you know. And maybe the typical wet caps don't work for people.
So you don't have to be bald to swim in the Olympics?
No. I'm saying like that's what the caps are that the black owned company made specifically for black folks. For people of color, whether it be brown or black, because brown people also have that kind of hair sometimes. Yeah. But maybe I don't know. I didn't read any more into the article, but that
you just laughed at that one.
Yeah, it was funny. I laugh at bad stuff, very bad stuff. I was watching a documentary, y'all.
About?
It's called Eye Sniper. It's on Vice. It's about the 2002 DC shootings by the snipers. Never watched it?
No.
Never heard of it? That's insane. You want to talk about breaking somebody the fuck down and like having them do it. We thought Charles Manson was wild. Like This guy, and then people were mad. I was watching it because there was some black people on the documentary that were mad because they were like, typically, we don't think black people are mass shooters. He was like, we were very disappointed that these people were black, because black people typically aren't mass shooters.
We're not. But,
yeah. What? No. Come on. We need to have that conversation too. We need to have that conversation too.
Like,
No. We need to have that conversation too. What constitutes as a mass shooter?
Is there a profile?
Is it like a number of people you have to kill in order for it to be considered a mass shooting? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
it's a number of people that have to be targeted, maybe.
So what about gangbangers? Is that mass shooting? That's mass shooting.
Could be, yeah.
So you'd be a mass killer. Gangbangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Get what I'm saying? Typically, white people are not in gangs.
Oh my God. You think so? You think they're not in gangs? Riding their motorcycles? You think they're not in gangs?
The motorcycle gangs going around shooting people.
But they're like all over the goddamn place. They're not fighting over 2-3 blocks. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's the only territory we can get.
Like they're like, you know, they're fighting for bars and shit.
Yeah, they fight for a whole territory.
Yeah, they're fighting over there.
A corner building.
Yeah, they're all there fighting for like fucking half of New Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not worried about Drake and fucking Ainsley. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I thought that was interesting that the people said that.
You don't agree?
No.
What do you think? You think it's just a person?
Mass shooters? I am asking what are gangbangers considered? Are you a serial killer if you killed a bunch of people in the hood?
I was actually thinking that.
Right?
Yeah.
But we don't label them as that.
You label them as a
Right?
gangbanger.
Gangbanger, yeah.
Yep.
You
Like,
right.
think about that. How many times you seen
You
a
right.
gangbanger?
The black people don't get the label as serial killer. We get them as gangbanger.
Black people or brown people. I'm just saying people of color. Like people in gangs.
We are known as gangbangers. A white person is known as a serial killer.
Right. How come we don't talk about that?
Yep.
Right? See. I be thinking, bro. I be sitting there thinking.
Oh my.
I be sitting
But
there
then what's the
watching.
definition of a serial killer? Because I know you have to have like some type of I know it's like some type of motive or like
No.
Serial just
Serial
two
means
people.
that you killed a bunch of people.
You kill more than one person.
because
right?
I was watching I was watching the documentary, or well, it's not the documentary, but the series on Netflix, The Serpent.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen it.
No. But I've heard of it.
But I was like, this is wild. And he wasn't considered a serial killer for a hot minute. And I'm like, but this dude is literally killing people, not shooting them or none of them, but he was like drugging them to the point where they would die little by little. So I was just like, because all he would really take from them was just to gain and become richer. So, you know, we're usually, as other serial killers are just taking just because like as a trophy or whatever. So there's that misconception too. So I'm glad you brought that up, because that's true. Gangbangers.
Yep. I'm telling you. It exists. Whatever. We got to cut this shit off because I don't want to do too much fucking work on the 4th of July weekend. I got to celebrate America.
You popping fireworks?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like them, right?
No. I hate holidays.
You
No,
said
I hate
that.
holidays for real.
I know you
But
said
you're
that.
popping fireworks.
You know. Again,
We want to celebrate our independence.
I adjust the people, you know. I adjust the people. So
We're celebrating our
as sad as
independence.
that sounds, I adjust the people.
1776 is when we were free.
Whatever. Not you, Keith. Juneteenth. Remember, we just passed it up.
You didn't celebrate that. did you?
Yeah. No, fourth. I better not see. Never mind.
Go ahead.
Yeah, gotta close this shit out. Good talking shit with y'all. But before we get out of here, I do want to say that we are on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and we are on Anchor for your culo.
What does that mean?
And we're on YouTube, so go subscribe. Keith would greatly appreciate it, even though he won't tell you.
Can I say that word?
What?
Yeah, go.
Culo?
Yeah, you can say culo.
I don't know if I'm allowed.
And yeah, man. We are your podcast favorite podcast. And we are outie.
Bye.
Peace.